So, wait, okay, so this is wild, everyone. So I don't know when you all are seeing this, but Monet moved to LA, which I said...
This is what I was trying to avoid.
Was finna have, with me saying, truly sponsored. No, is this a Fizzy episode? Wait, I don't even know which one is where anymore. Anyway, so you moved to LA.
I did.
How does it feel? You know you're going to get a lot of shit from New Yorkers.
Well, okay, I still have a place in New York.
What place?
My business address in Brooklyn. Oh my God, Colleen is screaming. We should let her in.
You mean your home where you grew up?
Yeah, but I may still own the address, and I have.
Yeah, well, your family your family owns a home, and you don't live there. My mom lives in Georgia. I don't have a place in Georgia,
but I still have things I still occupy. Do you is that your business address? Do you occupy that address? I actively still occupy that address.
You don't occupy it.
Yes, I do.
What is occupied?
I have garments there. I have clothes. I have things there in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I have some things at my mom's house. There's something at my mom's house.
That it's not something. I can tell you the things I have there.
I can tell you the thing. I have a shirt.
I'm bi-coastal. But I currently am residing in LA, but I'm bi-coastal.
You're not bi-coastal.
I am.
If you go back to New York, you're not going to be sleeping in your old place.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not, because you and I talked about it, and we were talking about getting another place.
Well,
so now what's good?
Well, I can have multiple.
That's like a cat. This is a cat. The cat is walking around with a pebble.
Where did she get a pebble from? Bob, take it from her. She will not scratch you.
Get it.
But she's
I'm not grabbing for that pebble. She has claws.
She's not. Colleen is not like Assad's cat. She's not nefarious and wicked like you swear she is.
I don't know. She batted at me before. I was not able to pull a. We were over at Assad's house yesterday.
Girl, his cat is wild.
Bad. It's a bad cat.
She bit me.
I saw and then bit Assad.
And then she clawed the dog.
Attacked the dog. All within 3 hours. And I was like, yo, this cat is crazy.
Assad's cat is a sphinx. Assad's cat is a sphinx, and I think he's like 3 years old, something like that.
That nigga is grown enough to be tried as an adult. I'll tell you that.
So, while we're here, I surprised Bob. So, I've been lying to Bob for like 2 months straight, switching and dodging and doing all the things. And I secretly moved to LA, and between myself, Kennedy, and Jacob, we worked up a plan to get Bob to come to first. So, Zach Noe Towers, Bob's roommate, is doing this cookie thing where he delivers cookies to people. Yeah. And we're trying to get Bob to deliver cookies to my new address here in LA. But Zach fucked it up, and I don't like Zach now. Because I'm like, you had one job.
Well, Zach was saying that, okay, I'm glad the Zach thing did not work out, because they were saying that they were going to try to get me to come here in full drag, which I don't even know why that was part of y'all's plan. Why would y'all do that? Like, why would y'all do that? I would have been so annoyed. I would have been very upset, very annoyed.
So that plan failed. So then Jacob has a cousin here in LA, and so then the new plan was Bob was going to be visiting Jacob's cousin with Jacob, and then I was so hungry that day because I was running around doing stuff. And I was around doing stuff, and then I ordered Uber Eats, and then the Uber Eats kept on getting delayed. Ubers and Lyfts and Uber Eats.
Not a game in LA.
It's crazy.
I've been playing this game for 6 months. You have to order an Uber, like, you have to start 20 minutes before you want to leave. In New York City, you call Uber in less than 3 minutes.
Honestly, why is it like that here?
That's any time of day in New York City.
Also, there are more cars. There are a lot of cars. Everyone drives here. So you'd think it would be...
But I think there's less Ubers because everyone drives.
That makes sense.
And also, an Uber driver told me once that the reason this has been recent because of the pandemic is because a lot of Uber drivers have quit Uber because they make more money on unemployment.
Oh.
And it affects their unemployment.
Got it. So... Uber Eats kept on getting delayed. And of course, the universe will work it out that the Uber Eats literally arrived. Jacob was like, our ETA is 4:05. The Uber Eats went from 3:40 to 3:50 to 3:57 to 4:05. And I was like, fucking hell. So
I'm walking up the stairs and the Uber... So I'm just thinking I'm going to meet Jacob's cousin. Wearing my mask. I'm like, I don't know these folks are vaccinated or what. Jacob did say they were fully vaccinated, but I still have a few more days to go until I am fully not. I think like
81.
I don't know, a few days. I think I have like 5 more days, something. I can't remember how long ago it was. I got on the 6th, and today is the
12.
12. So I have 6 more days. Anyway, so I am like, I'm just waiting. I'm just trying to let the Uber Eats man do his job. I'm just standing back, and now Jacob is just standing in the doorway, but like not talking to his cousin. And I was like, why are you not talking to your cousin? What's going on? And then Jacob's like, this is my cousin. And then Monet leans out, and my first thought was like, I wasn't really registering. I wasn't expecting to see you, so I was just like, oh, it's just some like tall black guy, and I was like, is Jacob's cousin black? Is Jacob's cousin dating a black guy? And then I was like, Monet? Wait, what? And I remember thinking to myself, I feel like Jacob would have told me if his cousin was black. Anyway, so then I was like, oh, Monet's just in some Airbnb doing some Monet shit. I don't know, you was here for a brand deal or a photo shoot or some Monet shit. So I was like, Monet just doing something here at Airbnb.
No. I was like Monet, what are you doing here? So then we walk up the stairs, and like my place is full. I have like all my pictures hung up, everything. So in my mind, as Bob comes up the stairs, he'll be like, but her pictures are like how? And I thought he put two and two together. So we're literally standing in the living room for like 2 whole minutes, and I'm like recording. I'm like, Bob, does anything look weird to you? Is this strange? And you're like, I don't understand why you're here in LA. I was like, Bob, nothing here looks weird. Do you see anything weird? And I was like, no. And I was like, Bob, I live here now. You were like, what? You live here?
So I was really confused. Then I started seeing Monet's pictures everywhere, and I was like, what? I was just so confused.
But here we are.
Oh my god. I'm also jealous because
Will be a Patreon exclusive.
Oh yeah, for the aunties only. No, we did a little vlog video about it that we're gonna put on the Patreon. It's really cute.
and I'm a little jealous.
Why?
Because you're set up. So I just got a place, but I have not moved into it yet.
It's just so big.
And it's when I say nothing is set up, like it is literally just the empty.
But you're buying a home. I didn't come and buy a home.
But I'm very. This is all very impressive, and like, I mean, hats off to Kennedy. If you need Kennedy to do anything, Kennedy's a fixer. She can just do stuff.
She did.
Kennedy is one of the folks you call to just do stuff.
But also, Kennedy's also disco. So we have all these paintings and like fixtures, and I have. So then I have all these animal heads, and Kennedy's like, let's put this here. I was like, well, we don't need to do everything today. Kennedy's like, we should do everything today.
That sounds like Kennedy.
I was like, Kennedy, we don't need to make every decision right now. She's like, no, we need to make it right now.
It sounds like you work with Kennedy. If you don't know Kennedy, I don't really highlight Kennedy much on my stuff.
Why? Because she's a woman?
That is not the
because
case.
She's queer?
That's not the case.
Okay.
Kennedy's not a performer. Kennedy is. Kennedy's not afraid of the camera at all. But Kennedy's not like a in the camera type person. Anyway, Kennedy is like 5'3". I think Kennedy's like 24, 25. But she has the energy of like a 40-year-old.
She does.
Like mother of teenagers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're here now. Like this is really. I'm still kind of like being like, oh my god. I've been thinking a little bit about like adjusting my days to include new people.
What does that mean?
Does that make any sense? When you think to yourself like my life is like this, and then if a new person comes into your like vicinity, and you're like now I'm gonna have to think about how to include you into my vicinity now.
Bitch, I've been a part including your vicinity.
Oh my god!
All the phone calls, now they can happen in real life.
Well, I mean, but they were always at night. They were always so late. We just hang out late. We always hang out late.
Actually, I have to say, I don't know. My body's never been the adjusting one, even when I go to Australia, UK. But I've been going to bed by by 10:30, I am in bed.
But it's not 10:30.
I'm in bed.
It's not 10:30 though.
But normally in New York, that's like 5, 4, 6 o'clock in the morning. But bitch, which would be like 3 a.m. here. But bitch, by 10:30, I am in bed with my cat and I'm like watching Survivor.
Well, there's a couple things. I think one, also, by the way, let me show you something real quick.
Oh, God.
Thank you so much for mentioning Survivor.
Oh, my God, the poll. Jesus.
Yeah, because Monet swears y'all want to watch Survivor. Monet thinks y'all want to watch Survivor more than you want your next breath.
But did you read the comments, though? The comments want...
Because the reason why the comments are saying Survivor is because once they started losing, they went in the chat and started being like, Survivor,
I'm just saying what the
Survivor.
comments are saying.
Anyway, all I'm saying is y'all have made it very clear that you do not. Anyway, long story short, we also can't watch Dragula. So I ended up watching We're Here.
Oh, we can't watch Regular?
Nope.
Girl.
Hey.
We're trying to do all this stuff on the... Girl.
But we're watching We're Here, and you know what? They love it.
Well, you know what? Then we can watch... Old teaching videos of Monet.
Let's not say it anything.
Old teaching videos of Monet.
Exactly.
You watch me teaching.
You don't want to watch We're Here? You don't watch We're Here with everyone?
I watch We're Here, but I thought this is gonna be your thing. What am I gonna do?
I watched your season of Drag Race.
That's true. We can just trade off episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll watch it together. We can hold hands.
Oh yeah, my God, we can literally watch it together. This
Literally
is
holding hands.
insane.
Oh my God.
Your hands, Bob's hands are so, it's crazy how soft your hands are. You don't have any calluses. You don't have anything. Also, your hands are, you have black people. Your hands are black on this side.
They're very black.
My hands are white.
Well,
if you just saw this white, you're like, oh my God, look at that white guy.
When I was working out, I would wear gloves.
Same, but feel mine.
But you weren't wearing gloves the whole time. I think you reformed calluses, and then after you had calluses, you started wearing gloves.
I get so self-conscious when I'm like with like a guy.
He's like beating a dick and it starts bleeding.
With a guy, he like do something cute, like do this. I'm like, don't touch my hands like that. I feel so self-conscious.
You think my hands are soft, babe?
You have very soft hands.
I mean, I'm not doing anything.
That's so wild.
I'm not doing anything, but it really boils down to I think it is mostly because when I worked out, when I would lift weights, I wear gloves, and because I was really afraid of getting those workout.
Girl, I hate it. I have it, and I hate it.
Do you think it's because you lotion other parts of your body regularly and buy, like, as you're lotioning?
I do the same thing. Every time I come out, Jacob is, well, y'all heard him. I lotion every time I come out the shower.
You probably lotion more than I do.
Yeah, I lotion, like.
I'm asking you right now.
I'm not. I take Eucerin and I go in.
You're not. No, I'm not asking.
Yeah, I lotion heavily.
I'm honestly, but also some people just have soft skin. Like my back skin.
You have all your skin is soft.
My back skin is like soft.
It's crazy. You have soft ass skin. Soft skin with a hard face.
I'm just soft. Just really like delicate and sweet and soft. I don't know what to say about myself.
Also, so Legendary was second, so you just skip Legendary and you went to
We're Here because it's my show.
Okay.
But also, I will say, if y'all are joining us for watch party, it is. As I was rewatching, I was like, I forgot. We're Here is an emotional show.
Oh yeah.
Like I forgot. Like this is.
You're gonna cry.
It's not like oh woohoo. It was
you're
like,
gonna cry.
Oh yeah, this where that lady was having a custody battle for her kids, and this is when the lady who like lost her leg in a car accident.
Coco Peru.
Coco Peru didn't lose her leg in a car accident.
Isn't that how she lost her leg?
Coco Peru has both of her legs.
I thought Coco Peru lost. Are you sure?
Coco Peru has both of her. I wish I might find one right now so I could call Coco Peru. She has both of her legs, knees, feet, and 10 toes.
I thought Coco Peru had a fake leg, but okay. I'm not kidding. I think you might be.
No, Coco Peru has 2 legs.
That's called Sherry Vine. Sherry Vine will know.
And she's gonna say yes. She's got 2 legs.
Sherry Vine old as hell.
Coco Peru has like a limp.
I'm pretty sure Coco Peru has a fake leg.
No. Tell her she's on speaker.
I will.
Girl.
Hey, Sherry Vine. Sherry Vine, it's Bob and Monet here. You were on speaker on the podcast. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Oh my God, let me get in drag.
She did put the drag voice on.
You did. We're just like, yo. Like, oh my God.
Yo, what's up? What's up,
Sherry,
Monet?
we have a quick question for you.
We don't. Monet does.
Yes.
I know the
Tell
answer.
me.
Does Coco Peru have a fake leg? You see?
She's got an 8-inch fake middle leg.
Oh, really?
No, she does not have a fake leg. No, that's not true.
She has a limp. She has like a club foot, but it's not a fake leg.
Oh, I thought she had a fake leg.
She had, and I don't even know what the real story is, to be honest, but I know that she had an accident at some point and I think cut her foot or cut some nerve in her foot. So she does have a limp, but it's definitely a real leg and a real foot.
That's what I told Monet.
Okay.
Monet out here spreading rumors. How many people have you told?
Oh, many. I did an interview.
I can confirm she's only got one wig.
Well, Sherry, we love you. And the Sibling Rivalry fans love you too because you were dragging me. I will never forget that joke. It was like, Monet, I've never seen you so competitive. Definitely not on TV. We love you, Sherry.
Both. Love you too.
Right,
bye.
Oh my God. I'm not kidding. I have told many people Coco Perez a fake leg.
That is so weird. That I don't know why you think that.
I honestly thought someone like Sherry or like a Jackie said it to me before. Oh my God, that's how the rumors get started about people.
Yeah, well, I spread a rumor once about Yu Hamasaki.
What was the rumor?
So, Yu Hamasaki has been doing drag for a very long time, despite how young she is. She's younger than both of us, but she's been doing drag for a very long time because she started when she was like 14. Yuha was like raised in New York City.
Right.
So she was like sneaking into the clubs at a very, very young age. Mm-hmm. So there are pictures of Yuha in drag and in like, club kid makeup for like long. It's like you will see her in like young Peppermint and young Sherry Vine.
Really?
Yes, because she's been doing it for so long.
Okay.
You have been doing drag for like, I think like 14.
I almost so gagged you said young Peppermint, young Sherry. You have aged these poor ladies.
No, what I'm saying is like what they have been doing. Well, Pep's been doing drag for over 20 years. Yeah, girl.
20?
Pep's been doing drag for over 20 years. And she's very public about it. Anyway, so you'll see these pictures of them. And then so I one day made a joke because of how long Yuha has been doing drag. I just one day jokingly said that she was 40.
And everybody thinks she's 40.
And then Miss Cracker was like, you know what? I can see it now. So then so whenever Yuha performed, Cracker would be honest, be like, this bitch is like 40.
Oh my God.
But she was like fully 22 at the time. I knew Yuha for like 5 years in the nightlife scene.
Wow.
And then after 5 years, she was like, do you want to come to my 21st birthday party?
No.
Yes. Fully.
I don't know. So
maybe not 5 years. Maybe it was like 2 or 3 years. But I remember knowing her for more than a year. And then she was like, would you like to come to my 21st birthday party?
Word.
And I was like, what? Same with Aja.
Oh yeah, I remember when Aja turned 21, and because she was in the club. Because Aja used to remember when she did that back when she was Aja Injection.
Yeah,
she did it Never to Live with all the syringes on her fingers. Mm-hmm. I remember that.
But yeah, Aja sneaked in the club. Aquaria used to sneak into the clubs. Yuha Masaki used to sneak into the clubs illegally, and I don't think the statute of limitations are worn off. So go get them. NYPD. I will give you addresses, socials.
Do we take a break?
Yeah, we need to take a break.
Work. I will take a break. Was I boring you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Seeing this hat in person, I will say, it's cute.
This isn't the big one.
The black one is bigger than that?
It's way bigger than this. It's insane.
Oh my goodness. This is cute. This is very like Crocodile Dundee though. It's very like Australian Outback.
This is Australian.
I knew it.
It's made in Australia.
Oh, extra large. Just so we're all clear.
It's a little big on me. Yeah, 100% Australian wool.
Word.
Made in Australia, shipped to the U.S.
Work. Is this a hat you have in that picture when you have the...
No.
No.
Okay.
That's a cheap hat.
Oh, work. Today we're talking about one of your favorite things.
Ew.
Drugs.
I mean, drugs are great. Now, we're talking about illegal drugs. Or are we talking about drugs in general?
I think drugs in general. I think there are many gateways and pathways.
You mean like amoxicillin?
Yeah.
Painkillers?
Speaking of amoxicillin. So anytime you get diagnosed with an infection or something like that, they always prescribe you amoxicillin. Whether it's like an STD.
Not always. Sometimes they give you penicillin.
Sure, but...
They will give you some sort of an antibiotic.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I get amoxicillin, when I start feeling better, I stop. Because I think, here's the thing. I think it's a trick from the people, the pharmacists. They want you to take all of it so you can come back and have to get more.
Okay. I need everyone. If you're listening to this, do not take that advice. Y'all listen to me deeply. I mean, disregard everything Monet just said, because if you don't finish, you will have to come back and get more.
That's not true.
If you finish your cycle, you will be healed, and you want it to come back. No one finishes their amoxicillin and has to come back.
And
no one is on antibiotics no one is on like a year's supply of antibiotics. That's not how that works.
I finish when I feel better, I start taking it. I don't have to go back. I'm healed.
That's not how that works, Monet. So let me tell y'all something right now, okay? If you do not take your entire round of antibiotics, what happens is you start to feel better. Your symptoms go away. However, whatever you're infected with, your infection is still there. So your symptoms go away, but you are still infected, and then it can grow back and it'll be even stronger than it was last time.
This bitch stay drinking the Kool-Aid. I don't believe them.
Y'all, I'm telling you right now, if you are out there and you are listening, please make sure that you finish every round of antibiotics. Do not skip a day and finish the entire fucking doctor recommended dosage. When have you ever seen them make you come back for more? When does that ever happen? Who's finished after a full round?
For example, so I used to get tonsillitis often. There's whatever in my body, I used to get tonsillitis. And then when I start feeling better, I'll be done. And then...
But let me get this straight. But you just kept getting tonsillitis over and over again because you would stop taking them before you were finished.
No.
It sounded like what you just said was. It sounded like what you just said was, I used to get tonsillitis all the time because as soon as I felt good, I would just stop taking my antibiotics.
No, that's not what I was saying. That's not what I said. I was not done finished talking what I was saying.
Okay, make some shit up.
So I would take the moxicillin, and when I started feeling better, I would stop taking it, and I would be fine. And
but why did you always have tonsillitis?
And a couple months later, I would get tonsillitis again. But I'm telling you, the doctor was like, the doctor was saying like, you're prone to tonsillitis.
It's because you were not finishing. Monet, you just proved.
I did. I can't believe I did. Oh my God, that's what I was getting all the time.
But it was like, I used to always.
That's how I used to get all the time.
I just couldn't stop. I loved it so much. Yeah, I had tonsillitis like once or twice when I was younger, like a few times.
And my doctor was like, he's like, yeah, your body's just prone to this. And I was like, yeah, it's so annoying. Like twice a year I'll have it.
So can you tell them not to take the advice you just
But it hasn't happened to me
but do you still have your tonsils?
Yeah.
I mean, tonsillitis affects young people more than it does adults.
Yeah, it was when I was younger.
In general, but you still don't finish your cycle?
I mean, the last time I had antibiotics and amoxicillin was when I had my wisdom teeth and I got an infection, but they took them all out and I didn't finish it then, and I'm
But
fine.
also, oh my God, there's so much to cover here. Removing your wisdom teeth does not remove the infection; it just removes the cause of the infection.
Yeah. But so I'm saying, but it's been I haven't had the infection since.
But you probably still have the infection. Like that's the thing. You just don't have symptoms. For example, a wisdom tooth is like having a nail. If you take out the nail, you still have an infection from the wound.
Right.
So pulling.
But this was months ago. This is months ago.
But that's how it works, Monet. They kind of have these little month breaks, and then I mean, you probably won't have an infection because this is affecting open wound, and not once the wound heals, it won't get like fucked up again.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to listen. Everyone, take whatever your doctor gives you, take it as recommended.
Yeah.
All the way through.
Yeah.
You are wild.
You're wild.
I'm allergic to Vicodin.
Vicodin is
a painkiller,
like the really strong one.
Yeah, it's pretty strong. Yeah.
And so what? So do you take Oxy instead?
I don't. I take Advil. I take I just take Advil or some sort of Tylenol.
But you're also one of those people. When Bob is sick, Bob is like, I don't like to. You're one of those. I don't like to take anything. You're one of those girls.
Well, I don't want any mind altering drugs. I don't want to take. What's the drugs that they give you? It's not Oxy. Percocet.
Perk.
Like I will never take a Percocet. I had a whole bunch of Percocets for my
wisdom teeth.
My wisdom teeth.
I had Oxy when I got
and I would not take them.
Why? No, I had hydrocodone.
Well, I don't want to be high. I don't want to be.
Okay, that's the thing. You don't get high. Okay, so
then why do people take Percocets to get fucked up? Percocet.
But what they do that they're taking like more than so like let's say the doctor says take 1 every 6 hours, they're taking 2 every 4 hours, and they're drinking. It's a mixture of these things to make you get high. Because if you take a perk or Oxy or Vicodin and drink, you're fucked up.
Usually, if the doctor asks me, "Do you want to take Percocet or Molly or E?"
Look, what kind of doctors you going to? These fucking LA doctors.
You want some coke? You want a little no. When they ask me if I want one of those drugs, they usually say, "Do you want one of these?" And then I say, "No." Do you have anything that's not? And they go, "Honestly, if you just take Tylenol, you'll be fine."
Yeah,
Tylenol too.
I recently when I had like some surgery, for these fucking things, they gave me all the hydrocodone, and honestly, it didn't work. Like I felt I felt the same when I took the hydrocodone and when I took the ibuprofen Advil.
So that's why I don't take the hydrocodone.
Yeah.
And I just take the Tylenol instead. Because I don't want to be fucked up. I don't want to be high.
Back when you were doing Narcota, what did you do? What did you...
Where you get Narcota from?
From NW Niggas with Attitude.
You don't even know that song. You don't even know that song.
Do you think I became a nigga yesterday? I'm a nigga for 31 years now.
Well, then do the verse.
I'm not doing the verse.
Exactly. Thinking every nigga is selling Narcota.
God.
It was the C, me and the Pam, then me and Lorenzo rolling in the business. You have the nerve to live this close to Compton and not even learn the lyrics.
I don't live by Compton, excuse me.
Actually, I'm watching a new show about Compton because apparently East Compton used to be white.
The East Compton Clovers. No, it was black.
It used to be white. It is now black. And then it's getting white, a little gentrified.
Girl.
But in the 60s, it was like early 60s, it was a white neighborhood. And then it slowly became a black neighborhood.
Gag.
Them is a great show. It's on Amazon. And it's kind of like Us mixed with Lovecraft Country.
I don't know what Us is.
Us is the Jordan Peele film. That was Jordan Peele, the one with Eden Younger.
Oh, got it.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like Us mixed with Lovecraft Country. So it's kind of like supernatural, but also about segregation and integration.
Got it. I also watched, there was some famous singer from back in the day who had property somewhere in LA, and it was like, I'm going to fuck it up. Anyway. What drug did you do back in the day?
I did a little bit of marijuana.
Uh-huh. Did you like it?
I tried to like weed for a little bit, but I think I was trying to fit in school.
You did it in high school? You did this?
No, in college.
Okay.
It really made me very paranoid. It really made me, like, I remember driving like 30 miles an hour on the highway. I remember like leaning, like my chin on the steering wheel being like, what is going on? Like, I remember one time this guy gave me something called like Kind Bud. And
Kind
Bud? It was
Bud?
called Kind Bud.
I don't know what that means.
That's what they have these crazy names for weed. They make up all these names.
Sugar Plum Fairy, Skunk.
Yeah, Purple Haze, Bippity
Got
Boppity Boopity. Yeah, they all sound like spells from
Harry Potter.
Yeah. So anyway, I smoked this weed and I was high for 3 days.
Girl.
And I remember being like, this doesn't feel good. Like I'm high.
Whenever you first start
for days.
Whenever you first start doing weed, you always make those mistakes. I made those mistakes when I first started doing weed, and then when I learned more about it and I learned how to dose myself properly, it really is great.
So admit it, you do weed. Do weed is a funny thing. You've done a weed.
Oh, done weed.
Have you done weed?
Yeah. Okay, so weed.
So yeah, but I just didn't like it. It was too much. I mean, being high for days at a time
That's too much. That's annoying.
You're just walking around like, huh? And then you wake up and you're like, wait, what? And on TV, folks, I was like,
Yeah, that's not how
and I was like,
is.
what's happening? I used to huff a little bit of computer duster.
Did you really?
I'm not looking to be judged.
Like,
I'm not looking to be judged.
work. See, that would scare me because of the nitrogen thing. I'm like, what if I take the nitrogen and I poison myself?
No matter what, it's poison. Let's just make that clear.
Oh.
It's poison. You're putting poison in your body.
Got it.
If you're huffing computer dust, if the comes out or the you're getting poison.
Got it.
It kills
Brain cells down. Which you lose brain cells every day.
No, this is accelerated. This is
Right.
not. Also, did you know that you can regenerate brain cells?
Says who?
That's science. There's the idea that your brain does not recreate brain cells is a myth. That is not.
Well, also
true.
the fact that let's say allegedly you're born with all the brain cells, and like, bitch, if you're a baby, you should be fucking making Teslas. You should be in your crib generating Teslas.
Well, you have the cells, but they don't have any information in them.
Right.
You have a bunch of empty memory cards, basically. But that is not true. You can actually make brain cells. That's a.
Okay, under what? Where did you hear this?
I mean, can you look it up? I don't have time. Can you see? And then we'll see. He'll give you the source. But
Got
yeah,
it.
scientists found out that you can indeed make brain cells.
Interesting.
Anyway, but it does. It gets you high, like crazy high. Like I remember doing it and being like, you just you literally feel like you're floating.
Really?
Like, and then you.
That's how that girl on that really famous intervention thing. Amy.
I'm walking on sunshine. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're like, and you're
Really?
you are insanely happy.
Really?
But it lasts for like 10 seconds. Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe. So So they just keep
All the time.
You have to keep doing it.
Got it.
Like over and over and over again.
Got it.
And it does fuck your shit up. So I also don't recommend that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harvard Health Publishing says you can regrow brain cells.
Harvard Health Publishing
Got it.
has released a study that says you do.
Well, can I have some more? Can
You have them. You're doing it. You're doing it right now.
I'm regenerating them right now?
Yes, you can replenish your brain. And you don't have to do it through a certain... It's like reproducing skin. You don't like try hard. You just do it.
Well, also the science of that, I'm like, if you lose them over time, so by the time you're... I guess it also is different for different people how many you lose, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so... Duster.
What have you done, bitch? You got me pulling my rep sheet out. What the fuck have you been up to?
And I told a story about the cocaine when I've never done cocaine. They offered it to me and I pretended to do it.
Okay, I know you won't tell us which queen from Drag Race offered you cocaine.
It wasn't...
Will you tell us if she was before season...
Oh, no, she wasn't on Drag Race. She's just a popular queen in New York. I didn't say...
One of the queens in the bathroom.
You wanted a bathroom queen.
Was she before season 8 or after season 8?
Before season 8.
She's before season 8?
Yeah.
No, she wasn't. Because I know who the queen is.
Who are you talking about? I don't think we're talking about the same person.
Wasn't she in the bathroom?
No, it's this one. Well, I don't know if you can even search anymore. Oh,
I know she. Yeah, of course she was good.
yeah, she was the one.
But wasn't the other one in the bathroom?
No, she was not.
Oh.
No. She was the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you've never done coke?
No,
Not even one time?
I'm not interested. I'm not interested in doing.
Just tell them who offered you the coke.
No, I'm not
Monet,
saying that.
Tell them who offered you the coke.
No, it's that.
Monet.
I'm not saying that's rude.
What does her name rhyme with?
You're so messy.
What does
She also doesn't even do drag like that anymore.
Well, she's not even a drag queen. This is not even a person.
So how about you get her consent to be talking about her name on our podcast?
You know what? You're being a little pushy.
So I didn't really do cocaine.
Is this couture?
You are so fucking messy. I'm fucking done. You're so messy.
Don't be a pussy.
Anyway, so
I don't use pussy as pejorative. It was a play on words.
I have. So I smoke cigarettes. I smoke cigarettes just to be cool. Have you smoked cigarettes before?
Yeah, when I was drunk, I could smoke cigarettes, but I cannot. First of all, I don't understand how you can smoke cigarettes and get past the pain of smoking cigarettes.
The pain?
It hurts. Smoking cigarettes doesn't feel good. Like it burns.
Really? But because you were doing it wrong.
Like I was coughing and shit.
Well, you were inhaling wrong. It's when you do it for a while, you get...
Wait, you're not giving your whole rap sheet. You only ever done weed?
I'm saying, I was literally going on the thing.
Oh.
So I smoked cigarettes before. I've done weed, obviously. I currently do weed. I've never done cocaine. The only other thing I've done is K. When I was in South Korea, a queen offered me K. Well, people were doing K, and I was like, well, I want to try. I was like...
Was she on season before 8 or after 8?
Oh my God.
Just answer that one question. I won't ask you anymore. Please, before 8 or after 8?
No, because that's obvious.
I'm begging, before 8 or after 8.
No, I'm not saying
There are like 100 queens on either side.
Yeah, but I was in South Korea, so you do the math. Who was in South Korea with, bitch? You are so fucking messy. Oh my God. And it was also, to be fair, it wasn't a queen who was on. It was a queen who was lives. Anyway, whatever. So then I heard people doing K, and I was like, oh, I want to try. And then I was like, well, I just want like a little bit. I don't want like the full thing. So then they took a key, and it was maybe like this much K on the key. So I was like, I took it on my nose, and nothing happened.
How did you feel?
Nothing. I felt nothing. I was mad. I was like, I wasted my time. Well, girl, you took that. Was it? Well, why did you make me take that little bit if it wasn't gonna work?
What, you fucking cram a handful up your fucking nose?
But I wanted the full experience. I didn't get
the
it.
queens are afraid to do drugs around me.
Why?
Like, I think that because they know that I'm sober, they don't feel comfortable doing drugs around me. So they'll be like, I've had queens on tour come up to me and apologize for doing drugs. They're like, I'm sorry you had to see me doing drugs. I'm so sorry.
They never do that to me. Bitches do.
Because they know you're down. I'm not down. And they know I'm not down. Like, everyone knows that I am not down to do drugs. I will not be joining I do not get invited to any hotel parties.
I don't get invited to hotel parties.
I don't get invited to, I never get invited to after hours.
Work.
When the club closes, it's a wrap for me. It is a wrap. Look at the cat.
She's sweet. She will not bite you. She's a very sweet cat. Jacob is currently petting Colleen. I tell everyone, Colleen is not one of those like mean, nasty cats. She will lick you. She's your favorite phrase. She's like a dog. Yes, I've only ever done weed, cigarettes, and like a tiny bit of ketamine.
No Molly?
No, I really want to do it. Okay, what I really want to do, which
Ayahuasca.
I would love to do ayahuasca. The purge.
That is the whitest woman. I just want to just go find myself on ayahuasca.
I mean, every time I hear it looks like such. It looks crazy, but everyone I hear is so enlightened afterwards.
Nigga, read a book. Do some yoga. You want to fucking be enlightened.
So when Dewan comes to LA, I don't know.
They also talk about the vomiting, the sickness.
Because you're purging.
Because you put poison in because you put something in your body that was spoiled. Bitch, if you want to just vomit, go eat some fucking turkey. Some old ass turkey from last Thanksgiving. You'll be sick. You'll get dizzy. You'll hallucinate.
Will I be enlightened?
I'm not saying ayahuasca doesn't have that, but like, it's a slippery slope.
And then, when Dewan comes to LA to visit, I really want to get mushrooms. I heard going to Joshua Tree and doing mushrooms is like this, like really like wild. I want to do it.
People do it. That just doesn't speak to me. I would never want to do
Can
that.
I just say, my biggest wish in life, I wish that I could have met you back when you would do things. I would love to go back, 12 years and smoke weed with Bob the Drag Queen.
Why?
I would just love to. I just want that experience in my life.
I mean, I can call up some of the folks that I smoke weed with, and they'll probably tell you.
But you were young, so it's different.
You said go back 12 years.
Okay, I want this Bob, but take this Bob and me and him go back 12 years.
Just say you want me to relapse. Just say, Bob, I would like for you to relapse so that I can experience some fun.
Aren't
I fun now?
I just feel like you and me doing mushrooms together, we would be so creative, bitch. We would fucking build a planet.
We're creative now. But that's the thing, when you're on shrooms or when you're high or if you're on coke, you're like being really creative. And in the moment, you're like, yes. And then by the time you sober up, you look at it, you're like, this is shit.
And how do you have that experience? How do you know that's true?
Because I'm like, I don't do drugs now, but I've done them.
Okay, but
I did a weed in college.
Did you do mushrooms?
No, I didn't do shrooms.
Exactly. Shrooms are different. Everyone talks about shrooms are different. It's different. It hit different.
I mean, I'm sure it's a completely different substance. It is a fungus as opposed to a plant.
It's natural. It's from the earth.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so is cocaine.
Not that shit they be selling in the street. That shit is fucked up.
They do stuff to the shrooms to make them that way too.
All right.
Not as much. There's not as much processing as cocaine, which there's like gasoline and shit. They have to like cook them and bake them and like do all this shit and flick the things and they flick the spores off. There's a thing when you make shrooms, when you grow the shrooms, you have to flick them before you pick it up.
Really?
Because all the spores fall off. Why am I teaching you how to do drugs? You flick them, all the spores fall off, and then more mushrooms will grow in that spot.
Oh, work. Have you heard of this thing? I listened to Chelsea Handler has a podcast, and she did an episode where
she did ayahuasca.
Not that. Well, yes, but that's on her talk show, not the podcast, where she brought an expert in and talking about two things. I'll ask you about that later. What do you think about sober people who have lived like long lives of sobriety, but they do THC? That's like a thing.
You mean THC like for like relax and stuff?
No, like they have anxiety or whatever. They use THC for its healing properties. Like they smoke weed and stuff, but they're sober. They're sober.
You mean smoke weed?
Yeah, they smoke weed and they also drink the THC teas. They use the butter.
I mean, that's their business. That is their business.
I find it interesting. It's Patty and I, because Patty's also
I would
sober.
never do that.
You would never do that.
I would never do that. And I think that it's a slippery slope to start diving down. You can end up getting really fucked up. And I've had a lot of friends who have been... Like, one of my best friends when I first started drag was like sober with me. Our whole thing was that we were like these two sober drag queens in the city. We were each other's like anchor and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. And then she just started like doing a little bit of drugs here, doing a little bit of drinking, a little bit of... Then the drinking became a little bit of drugs. Mm-hmm. And now, full on heroin.
Wow, really?
Like, you remember my friend.
I remember.
Full.
Really?
Yes. Like when I put her phone number into Reddit, it was like, oh, you mean this heroin scam? She was like calling me and common friends that we had to be like, hey, I remember one time like I was on a Christmas tour and one of her old friends who I like barely knew. Like when I met through her, I was like, hey, if so and so calls you, do not answer, and more importantly, do not give him money.
Wow.
Because he's scamming people. Then I called another friend to say, hey, you should know that so and so scamming. They're like, what do you mean scamming? I just sent him $500. He said his mom died, and they were like, no. I was like, his mom's not dead. His mom is fully living. So he was scamming money off of people because he was doing heroin.
Wow.
And like that is I remember one time going to this meeting one time, and this guy was like, I just got back from a relapse, and I'm really lucky to be in this chair. And we're like, what's going on? Then I remember him like raising up his arm, and he was missing the entire bottom half of his forearm. He was like, I got drunk, I fell on the train tracks, and the train and the train ran me over. And I woke up in the hospital and I was missing an arm. But he didn't even remember.
Crazy.
He didn't even remember falling on the. He just got. All he remember was drinking, and then he woke up missing an arm.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, I don't want to do ayahuasca. I don't want to do Percocet. I don't want to do Molly. I don't want to meet bitches named Molly.
Well, you know, they say that a lot of people who like either you have an addictive personality due to drugs or you don't. And I mean, again, I have tried cigarettes. I didn't get addicted to them. I'm not addicted to weed if I want to stop weed, which I have. I just do it whenever, you know what I mean?
Stop right now. Never do it again.
I mean, but I don't want to.
Sounds like you're addicted.
Also, I fully could.
Could you? Then do it.
I don't want to though.
You sound like you're addicted to weed, Monet. That sounds like an addiction.
Well, the Chelsea Handler. So there is this drug doctor or this psychologist, someone who is experienced in the field, talking about how like it is like a big thing now in the industry. People are microdosing things like ketamine, like different drugs, and like Molly. Like
That's not new. You ever heard of a methadone clinic?
no,
So a methadone clinic is where they basically like give you a little bit of drugs
right?
to like ease you off of drugs.
It's not to ease you off though. It's like to help treat things.
Oh, I mean, a lot of methadones like they'll like. So let me talk about how methamphetamines works. So you're producing a lot of dopamine and
Right.
a lot of and it's like not just serotonin. It's like dopamine, which is why they call it doing dope, because like you feel as good as you can feel, but your brain, it's like your little well theory, which everyone told me I was wrong about. It's like your little well theory. It takes a long time for your brain to be able to replenish that dopamine so you can tap back into it. So the first time you're really high, and then you can get like higher, but like a little bit less, and like a little bit less, and like a little bit less. And then after a while, your brain has a hard time producing its own dopamine. So like in the middle of coming down from meth or other drugs, you can be extremely depressed because you literally, physically cannot feel good. And a lot of time in these methadone clinics, people will give them like a little bit of these drugs to ease, because also some people and different drugs, different people, different bodies, different things. If you like cold turkey on certain drugs, your body will just shut down.
Right.
I'll tell you more about this break. We're back. So the thing is, so yeah, when you have a hard time, that's why a lot of time people end up like doing drugs and they end up getting depressed. It's hard to get out of it because you have physically changed the chemistry of your brain, and you can't be happy in the way that you used to be happy.
Got it.
And you can also never get your first high ever again. You will.
That's what they say. That there's a phrase. You're chasing your first high.
Yeah, you can never get that high again, ever. Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
So that little, but you're constantly trying to do it
To get that,
but
yeah.
you literally can't. And that's why a lot of people are like, they're so addicted because it gets to a point where at first it was to feel high and to get all this stuff, but then you start doing the drugs to feel anything,
right?
Just to feel like you're able to like stand upright.
I mean, I remember one time I was in San Francisco.
And you can also have withdrawals. You can have intense withdrawal like that from alcohol too.
I remember one time I was in San Francisco. I remember for what, and it was the first time I ever saw someone like shooting up. I was literally just driving off the highway.
Welcome to San Francisco.
And this guy was just under the bridge. I mean, like, and the Uber stopped at the light, and he was right there. He just like, it was. I was like, I just watched someone do. I'm guessing heroin. If you're injecting
heroin, yeah.
I was like, this is crazy. And when I watched the Billie Holiday movie, when they said Billie Holiday did drugs, I thought it was like cocaine and stuff like that. Because
no.
a lot of these like Albert Einstein, he was famous for doing so. That's how he stayed up all the time.
They all did coke,
right? All these were the coke. So I thought that's what it was. Bitch, she was doing heroin.
The hard stuff.
I gagged when I watched the movie.
Yeah, the hard stuff, bro.
I was like, whoa. And also back then, because the needles weren't small, the needles were bigger back then.
Coffee stirrers.
It's crazy. It was like these big ass, that's why her arms were like.
One of those metal,
woo! Girl, that shit look crazy.
Eco-friendly straws.
That shit is crazy. And it was like every night.
But you want to be high more than you want to be.
Yeah. And that's how she got her signature.
Just to be clear, everyone, I'm not a recovery specialist, so what I'm saying could or couldn't be wrong. Go look it up yourself. Anything I've said, take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, saying I definitely know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. And people were so addicted to her sound and stuff like that. That's because she was literally on stage high. That's why she's like sing.
You ever heard
she's literally high trying to sing.
You ever heard the I think it's called delirium tremors?
No.
It's this. It's basically so when someone can't stop. Like if you wake up and you're shaking, and you have to drink alcohol to stop shaking.
Oh no, I've never seen or heard of that.
So it's this thing like some people who try to get off of booze will just be so addicted to alcohol that they can't like process without alcohol, and they have to go into these clinics or these places where they can like. Essentially be microdosed down to nothing. And I know some people are apparently microdosing to like live that existence forever. But it also just, it's one of those things that once you're in that pickle, then you end up having to you might end up having to have a situation like microdosing to fill because drugs will wreck your brain. Yeah. Like fuck your shit.
Those Dare commercials.
Yeah.
Those Dare commercials are real. They're like, this is your brain on and then they throw like a fucking a piece of bacon and hyper cook it. It's like, no, this is your brain on drugs.
Any questions? Yeah, exactly. Do you have any drug addicts in your family?
No. No one in my family even smokes cigarettes.
No one?
No one. I told you, my brother's the only one he smokes cigars sometimes. There's no one in my family smokes cigarettes.
Uncle, cousin, mom, dad, sibling, work.
Yeah.
Well, I do. There are a couple of them in my family, which is also another big reason why I don't want to do drugs. I remember my mom telling me one time, my mom was like, my mom doesn't drink or anything. Mm-hmm. My mom is straight edge. She does not drink.
She never smoked. She never drank. She never smoked, drink, or none of hoochie coochie.
Yeah, no, I don't do any of that stuff. But my mom, and I remember being like, why? Like, I remember my mom would come to my bar when I was bartending. Let me get a drink. She goes, I don't want to drink. I'm like, why? Let me just make you one. It's free. Let me make you one. And she was like, I've seen what it's done to people in the family. Mm-hmm. She goes, and if it can happen, if it can happen to them, I'm not built different.
Yeah.
We're all from the same DNA.
Yeah.
So my shit might get fucked up too.
Yeah.
This cat is walking all around us. This cat has carte blanche of this house.
Yes, this is her home.
Yeah,
You're right.
The queen.
You're right. This is her home. And yeah, well, also because for shout out to any West Indians listening, like for like West Indians, like I'm saying, obviously I know West Indians who do drink. Who are addicted to drugs and yada yada. But like West Indians and Africans as a whole, it is something that's so looked down upon culturally that something that just like a lot of my immediate friends who are West Indian like have the same experiences. Like it's just something that's so looked down. Like if my mom knew now that I smoke weed, she'd be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like she would be like, "No, I'm done with you." So it's something that's super.
We have a guest.
It's something that's super looked down upon on like I know like African and West Indian families a lot.
Yeah, no, not. I mean, in my family,
even cigarettes. My mom saw this tattoo. She saw this one. Oh, it was I surprised her. I was like, Mom, look what I got. And the day she didn't talk to me for like 2 days when I got to St. Lucia. She's like, you're kidding me with this. She's like, are you kidding? So this is crazy. And you like she's like, you got on the plane with that, and you came to St. Lucia with this tattoo. She's like, oh hell no. Like,
what you think about the rest of your body?
She hasn't seen these yet. She's gonna get when she sees this girl. Because she sees it in a picture, but she probably thinks it's like a stencil. I'm doing it for the photo shoot. She'll gag when she sees it's real.
Oh, your poor mother.
Girl, she's going to hate it. How did your mom react to your tattoos?
My mother, the stuff that I do, she just thinks it's interesting. She's like, I wish you wouldn't, but I guess you've done it. She's begged me not to get a neck tattoo.
I just beg you not to get that stupid idea of the bars.
I don't think my ideas are stupid.
I don't think it will look flattering on you.
First of all, it's my body.
But I
and
feel
if
like,
I get it, I don't need you to tell me it's stupid.
Well, maybe when you get it, it'll be cute. But I feel like I feel like you have so many other creative tattoos that could. The idea of just getting weird bars, I think, is not very Bob.
But it's what I want. It's like what's popping.
Well, if you get it, I love it because I love you. But I just feel like it's just not you. I just feel like it's so basic.
It's so rude. Why would you say that about I learned something in life. Do not critique people's tattoos, especially if it's on their body.
You don't have it.
Well, but if I get it, I know what you think of it.
Well, this is my retaliation if you're calling me a stupid looking Saint Bernard.
Well, I have the same thing when tattoos.
Monet, you remind me of a stupid looking Saint. I will never forget that day.
Well,
that changed my life.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you actually are. I actually will have the tattoos on my face. As that girl from TikTok says, okay.
Well, TBD.
I mean, I also grew up with, I think one of the big reasons why I also stopped doing drugs because my father is a drug addict and I have a very long history of just, not actually, okay, let me be clear. I've never seen my dad do a single drug in my life. You busy? You got something to do?
Yeah, let me let Taylor in. Pause.
Can you bring me up a seltzer? So yeah, I mean, I think watching someone like just ruin their lives over and over again, I feel like a big part of my father's, the reason why we don't have a relationship is because of the drugs. And because whenever he calls me, I never know if he's high or I never know if it clouds everything.
Right.
Like I remember one time when I first moved to New York City, my dad called me and he was asking me like, why I didn't tell him I was gay. And I was like, it's 2008. I've been out for 5 years. Like, you're so late to the party, one. Two, we have so much to talk about before we talk about who I'm not fucking, because at the time I was not getting laid at all. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, I remember one time after I got out of, I had one drag race. My dad called me and was like, I heard you doing all these gigs, you're getting a lot of bookings. How much do you get paid? And I was like, excuse me?
None of your business.
And he was like, how much do you get paid? And I was like, I'm not telling you how much I get paid per gig. Like what?
Yeah.
And then he asked me for like money, and he was like, I need money to like pay my rent. And then I found out that he actually was staying at a halfway house and that he had no rent and that he was like scamming me.
Girl, drugs be making niggas scam people.
I know, because you would do, let me tell you right now, people are desperate. James Charles said he was desperate. No. These motherfuckers are desperate. Desperate will do anything to get high. I don't want nothing that bad.
Yeah.
There's nothing in life that I want that badly.
The only thing I would ever see myself wanting that badly is just like a big ass fucking dick.
Enough to scam your children?
Maybe. Depending on how well I know those little bitches.
Which one? The middle kid?
Yeah, I don't know about that motherfucker.
If it's the middle kid.
It's the middle kid for me.
Would you let Trey kick Colleen out of the bedroom?
Absolutely. Depending on who it is.
What if
Bitch, I've kicked Colleen out of the bedroom. I tell you, when I used to hook up in my old apartment, anytime I had a trade over in the bedroom, Colleen would stand in the door frame on her, like, perched, and she, like, watches, then she leaves. She never comes in the room.
What if your Trey did this to Colleen?
Depending on how hot he was, honestly.
What if he kicked her?
If he kicked her, then no, you have to go. Absolutely not.
Kicked her like this hard.
That's hard for Colleen.
I'm asking. I'm trying to find out what the line is.
No, I would no. Get the fuck out of here.
What if he just did this?
That's too hard. That's too aggressive.
Okay. And does that also go for friends?
You try doing that to Colleen if you want to, bitch. We'll see what
But
happens.
I'm afraid of Colleen. I don't want to be nowhere near Colleen. I would never touch. I pet Colleen a few times in my life. Colleen was sitting in this chair. I was scared, so I like waved the bag.
No, you did not wave the bag. You use your bag as like a fucking Apollo hook to fucking hook Colleen off the chair.
Well, I scooped her. So I basically, if Monet's Colleen, I just did this. And she was like, Anyway, oh my god, we're gonna be together now.
Well, until you leave to go do stuff.
Is it
and
hard
I
for our editors?
No.
Because editing separate audio is easier than editing audio together.
No, I think editing audio together is easier than two separate tracks. You have to worry about two.
When I had separate, I could edit out the.
Oh God, you need to get that together, bitch. It's our number one comment on every video.
I don't. Is it?
Pretty often.
I have a deviated septum.
And I got a deviated pussy.
All right, bye everybody.